Brighton won, Arsenal won, and after that slip up, trust me, Arsenal have lost all dreams of winning the Premier League this season, especially if Liverpool go tomorrow and beat Manchester United. They can just hold two hands firmly on the Premier League title. And guess what? It's Arsenal's own fault. It's that team's own fault. It's Arteta's own fault. Because this team lacks any type of motivation. They scored and literally nothing after that. Nothing. It was Brighton who put all the pressure on, especially after that penalty. And people could say Arsenal were robbed. No, they weren't. I think it was a clear-cut penalty. There's no Arsenal hate going on. You have to talk facts. Arsenal fans' delusion can literally create a whirlwind around this team and then nothing will happen at the end of the season. Because it's the same old stuff year in, year out. It's like another season on Netflix. You're watching and you're waiting for the next season to take place. Like Squid Game, literally. So this is what's happening. And yes, Ranieri, absolutely amazing goal. I love the way he's so direct. This kid is a brilliant prospect for the future. Literally driving at the defense and just not afraid to shoot. But for the rest of the team, what were they actually doing? What were they actually doing? Can anybody answer me that? Because after Brighton scored, all I saw was Brighton on the front foot, pressurizing, passing exquisitely well. Exquisite passing. Some of the movement they did was, let me dare say it, a bit Arsenal-esque. And Arsenal are not playing good football. They are not. It's as simple as that. Yes, the last match against Brentford was decent enough. But the first half was shocking against Brentford. So this match in its entirety, I think personally, was shocking because they didn't deserve to get anything out of that. The way Brighton pressed and they attacked and they attacked and they attacked. After they scored that penalty and they saw the green light, they were literally going straight at it. Straight at it without no questions. So you've got to ask Arteta maybe some questions. You've got to ask the players some questions. What the hell is going on with Arsenal this season? Yes, they're second, but they are miles behind Liverpool. In every department. Defensively, they're miles behind Liverpool. Midfield, they're miles behind Liverpool. The attack, they're miles behind Liverpool. And anybody who say that this squad is combative with a Liverpool squad, currently, they are absolutely high. They're smoking something that I don't know where it was conceived, honestly. So for me, looking at it, the points different now, and tomorrow, watch that game. Liverpool are going to have full motivation to say, look at this, yeah? With a game in hand, technically, we are 11 points ahead of Arsenal. That's firmly in their grasp for that Premier League title. They can literally take a little bit of a backseat throughout the middle section of this Premier League because they have a lot of games. They've got Champions League as well. They've got FA Cup games coming up as well. So if you look at it, and obviously Carabao Cup as well. So Liverpool can win it all. And they have the potential to, because you see it on face value, they could win every single thing. Every single thing. The way they're running in the Champions League, crazy. Crazy. In the Premier League, they're taking it by storm. Salah is absolutely brilliant this season. Absolutely brilliant. So, and you can see today, let me mention something. You can see today that Arsenal were missing Saka so much. Yes, Ranieri is an excellent player, but Saka he's the guy to pull you out of these kind of situations. I saw various times on the right-hand side where in that position, Saka could have the ball. Yeah? And you could see at the end, towards the end, that Martinelli was going over there and just switching. That's just mad. Absolutely madness. I don't know what Arteta was thinking across that match. Sometimes he just looks lost and just sitting there, doing nothing. And that's the story of Arsenal. Across many matches, you could see the way that Arsenal were operating in this match. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. They had 3 shots on target. 3 shots on target across the whole game. Barely possession ahead of Brighton. And I don't know, man. Calafiori is an absolute liability. That guy's a liability if I ever seen one. These positioning is awful. Awful. Like, I don't know if it's banter or whatever, but people, call it when he came to Arsenal, he's going to be the next Maldini, all that rubbish. Come off him, man. Come off it. It's mad. It's mad that people even compared him. That's the delusion of an Arsenal fan base. Yes, I like some Arsenal fans, the ones that are more realistic. Ghana, Northside, the realistic ones, Dan Potts, these guys who actually realize that this team is not bloody good enough to win anything this season. Anything. And I don't think a Carabao Cup justifies the way that Arsenal have been supposedly going on an upward trajectory for the last few seasons. A Carabao Cup does not justify that. They need that Premier League. They need an FA Cup. They need a Champions League to justify that. Carabao Cup doesn't justify it. Maybe for Tottenham, a Carabao Cup justifies whatever. But for Arsenal, a Carabao Cup will not justify anything. Anything at all. Because they're lost at the moment. They are lost. And it's absolutely crazy the way the Arsenal operate at the moment. I don't understand the whole point behind it, because they need to actually pull something out of the bag here to even claw back any type of gap that they have with Liverpool. And if they don't, in the next few matches, then they're absolutely done and dusted. Because, look, I think the next Premier League game, the next Premier League game is against Tottenham. It's the North London derby. And believe me, I think Tottenham will be up for that. But the way Tottenham played today, a bit of a sticky one. That's going to be literally one team trying to overrun the other in terms of Tottenham, and Arsenal just sitting back and trying to hit them on the counter. But without Saka, I don't think Arsenal can do much either. So Tottenham may have a chance there to go to the Emirates and actually win. But I don't think they will. I think Arsenal will get that victory. And they have 2 tough matches. They got the Carabao coming up, Carabao Cup against Newcastle, and they got FA Cup against Man United. Wherever Man United are, that any form goes out the window when it's Arsenal versus Man United. Trust me on that one. Any form goes out the window because it's a big match, and Man United will be well up for that as well. So potentially, and Newcastle, the way they played against Tottenham today, they're in better form, miles better form. They just recently got a win off Man United, just Tottenham now, and Arsenal's next away from home. They could get a point or, a draw or whatever to travel back to Newcastle in the second leg and finish the job. And it's just going to be a very sticky situation for Arsenal come this January, because they have so many games. The last, obviously, 2 Champions League games as well, and a huge run of Premier League games. They've got Aston Villa, they've got Wolves away. So they got tough games this month, and it's a big problem. A big problem. Arteta has got to rethink the strategy completely and give Arsenal fans something to look forward to. Because if they get wins in the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup, then maybe their momentum will shift a little bit. But this game today just showed why Arsenal do not have, and just to quote Troy Deeney, do not have the cojones to win anything big, because they don't. They don't have it. And they've shown it over the last few seasons, why they don't have it to just get it over the bloody line. And Arteta's not the guy to do it, because Arteta, for his coaching skills, in terms of like he's a good coach, but he's not a manager, man. That guy is not a manager. He is poor as a manager. He doesn't have no man management whatsoever, no game management whatsoever. When there's sticky situations like today against Brighton, and Brighton are on the insurgency, What does Arteta do? Sit there, shrug his shoulders, look dumbfounded, shall I say. And yeah, Arsenal are poor. They're very poor at the moment. They need to find some resurgency in that Carabao Cup. They need to find some resurgency in the FA Cup. And maybe after, if Liverpool can slip up, they can capitalise on it. Because Arsenal's still going to go to Anfield. Remember that. They still have to go to Anfield. Liverpool already got their point against Arsenal in the Emirates. So Arsenal need to go to Anfield. And that is going to be an absolute whitewash. I personally think it will be. And it's just a matter of time now before Arsenal completely concede everything and just say, okay, cool, we'll just go for the domestic cup competitions. Because I think Arsenal will firmly take second place, along, obviously, with Chelsea, and depending on how Nottingham Forest do, because they're absolutely flying. But I think Arsenal are that second place team, and they have been for many years now. They just can't get it over the line. And a poor Man City, and Man City won again today. They're just starting to find their rhythm again. And let's see what happens in the near future. It's an absolute crazy, but I don't know what Arsenal are doing anyway. And yeah, that's me, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for joining. And yeah, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video. And we'll see you next time. It's time to end the stream. Take care.